So this is War 3 of Season 35. This is Salty versus MIBR. I have 6 fights today, a little bit of a lighter war. I brought Nimrod for an Apocalypse, Bishop for a Mole Man, and Shield for a bunch of other stuff. I was a little bit scared of this Chavez at first because I didn't have a White Magneto and all of her heavy shenanigans, but I quickly realized that I had taken this fight once or twice before on Node 19, which is basically identical. So the game plan is the same as the game plan that I made up when I took 19 last war, which is push her to a bar of power, almost. Then drop a heavy on her, and then you can bait a special out for openings instead. So that's the game plan right here, and as you can see, that's what I do. Knock her down. Bait out that special one. I don't even really need to bait that special. Here I need to hit an intercept, but I think I'm just... Why am I backing off? Oh, I was backing off for debuff immunity, and then I backed off by habit the second time. Okay, so we're pushing her again, dropping a little heavy, and as you can see, these openings are coming pretty freely, except when she doesn't throw it, which drops it. Push her back. Did I throw special 2 here? Probably could have, but might have been concerned about the protection coming back. So here, I heavy and I pop a special 2 on her. And this fight's pretty much under control. She's almost in her corner. If you can get a champion in their corner, it's generally a lot better, just because you have a lot more room to work with, and especially if they're potentially being really mean. Putting them in the corner gives you a lot of room. So for someone like Chavez, or Sasquatch, or even someone like Strife with this special one, if you can get them into their corner quickly, you're going to have a lot of room for error, so... There you go, that's that first fight down, cleaner than I could have hoped for. So here's a thing, and my biggest issue, because I've done this I've done this path for a very long time, and I've never done it assigned. I've always assigned it myself, and I have never once assigned She-Hulk, maybe one time total assigned She-Hulk for thing, and the reason why is because when you build up a ton of Furies, you get this protection, right? You get this protection automatically, and then you're out here doing 800 damage, and that's a problem. So I go into this fight, and my main goal is I don't want to trigger that protection. So if I can sit between 1, even 0 and 2 Furies, that's the goal. Ideally 0 Furies, to be honest. So here, I'm just slowing him, and I'm doing well so far. I throw a special 1, which is the wrong move. I thought I was at a special 2. Because throwing a special 1 actually gives you more Furies. As I'm talking about not doing Furies, throwing a special 1, which gives me a Fury. So, that was a mistake. Here, we can combo him up. And here's another mistake. Here's a habit. If you slow a champion, if you remove an unstoppable, you actually gain a stronger Fury. And so I purposely pushed him to 15 so he would get unstoppable, and then I could remove it with the Fury. That's a mistake. I don't want strong Furies. So here, I'm simultaneously... And I just forget about protection. Like, I had heavied so much. I was rambling on about all that stuff. In fact, probably the same thing I got distracted by with getting that extra Fury. Kind of messed me up. So even though I'd been heavying him every other combo pretty much and just spamming heavies, I forgot about that, and then protection came back on and he wasn't slowed. So here, just because I'm not sure which of my Furies is the protection Fury, I just tap him to 15 and back off. And that's the annoying thing about playing Shield. You don't know which one is yours. You can kind of guess sometimes, but you don't really know. So I just back off to be safe and bait out heavy. And the fight's pretty much back under control as soon as I can keep doing my slows. So here, I can just tap him 3 times and bait it out. It's also good just to bait him out of 15, because what that does, including a little heavy counter, is it keeps his protection as not as strong. So you always want to be doing that anyway. So here, the fight's way back under control. We have him slowed, we have him low. We have some Furies, which, once again, not perfectly ideal, but, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm kind of backing off a little bit. And a lot of my Furies fell off, which is good. So I'm just tapping him. I can keep a good eye on my Furies, and mainly the Fury that is controlling the protection. And my thumb just slides back early. Like, my thumb was a little bit, like, I don't know, like sticky or wet or something, and it just slid back a little bit early. That's like a physical input. And I just slide back early and get hit. And then I miss a heavy counter. And I'm very lucky that I did not get punished there. So it goes from a beautiful, perfect fight to a very messy fight, back to a beautiful fight, and back to a really, really messy fight very quickly. And here's this Mole Man, and originally when I saw the placement, I thought, oh, bishop for Mole Man, that's going to be the easiest thing in history. But right back at it means that I'm not going to be placing lots of debuffs, which means that I'm not going to be getting lots of that really cheesy burst damage, so it's more of just someone who can't be shrugged, because, you know, if it shrugs off, I get the passive stun. And that's pretty much it. So it's someone who cannot be shrugged off. And someone who can shrug off bleeds. I'm glad I kept my wits about me and realized that I could shrug the bleeds off, so I did that. That was good. And I pop a really, really strong special one, which also refreshes the Furies. I do a really good job of refreshing the Fury and taking up the protection with the special one in this fight. Okay, so here we push him to special 2, we back off, we bait that thing out, and we're good to go. And here I think I do a little thing where is this the one where I look for a passive stun? I think it is. So I try to parry him for a passive stun, basically asking him to shrug it so I can have a longer, more safer stun, but he's not doing it, so I just YOLO in a special one instead. But he just wouldn't shrug. Like, Mole Man never shrugs against the people you want him to shrug against. I guess it's just Bishop, but whatever. So here I'm baiting it out. So look at that timing. Beautiful timing. And the special 2 pushes me up against the corner, but I dodge it. So far we're looking great. We dodged that special 2 that could have one-shot us, and we're looking great. Here I could go for the parry, and that's my instinct, but I don't because that's really stupid. And then all we need to do is knock him down, maybe pop a special 2, finish this fight. Alright, so we pop a heavy, and here I'm thinking, I'm in overload. Special 2 is unblockable in overload. What I'm not thinking is Mole Man can block unblockable attacks. So I YOLO the special 2 into the middle of nowhere. He hits into me, and I hit him with the special 2. Very risky if he was running 4 out of standard ground, which he probably was. So that was a terrible mistake. I got very lucky. And that's kind of just how this war's going. It's going like shit. So here's a huge loading screen as well, which scared the hell out of me. But yeah, this is easily the worst war I've had in quite a while. I was not playing well. I was not playing smart. I was focused, but I was playing like I wasn't focused. Like, I was focused, but I was just not playing smart. I was just forgetting things. This is not a good situation. So here I throw a special 1. I generally like to just do special 2s with Nimrod, but it's easier to ramp up when there's prowess, so I wanted to maximize my ramp up, my quick ramp up, by having an energy resistance on there. The special 1 doesn't burn any of your stuff, but the special 2 does burn your 10 charges, I think. It doesn't burn it, but you're not going to get back to another one. So, here we go. Special 2 absolutely melts him. There we go. And all I need to do is hit a special 2 now, go for a whole bunch of little cheeky backdrafts. And now I'm back into non-eradicate mode, so I just swap with a light attack. And he's down. Beautiful fight. So you're probably wondering why I said this whole war's bad. And you're about to see. Weirdly, I was thinking of MP Blaze's video against Sasquatch when I was in this, and I was like, I really would like not to die to Sasquatch. I've taken this fight before. It's pretty simple. I like She-Hulk for it. You know, so we go in, we get tons of Fury straight off the bat, absolutely nuking this guy. Look at this damage. He's down to 86%. He's a Sasquatch. Already, it's been like 10 seconds. Bait out that special 1 for our Furies. Get a little, like, half intercept. Bait out this for our Furies. We just want an intercept, but that's not the champion we want intercepting, frankly. So, this one was just a misread. I misread, like, a stutter step light attack as a medium, and that's intercepted. I go for a light intercept, and he's too close to me. I should have gone for another light attack first to push him farther away. He was in light attack range. I want to be... And then I just drop another one. Why wouldn't I? I go for a late intercept because I'm scared. I'm in the corner. I'm like, should I intercept or should I not intercept? I'm about to be in the corner. And I just missed the intercept. I was so scared. normally I hit intercepts like crazy. I was scared. I was scared of getting hit. And because the ironic thing is, because I was scared of getting hit, I got hit. If I wasn't scared, I would have just hit that intercept. But I hesitated, and I got hit in the face. And now he's at 11 charges. He's about to go through Wrath of Tanarak. I'm basically in Assassin's range. There's no shot I keep my Furies up. Because I want to bait this out and be safe. Right? So, I pop a special 2 on him for damage and for spacing. He's still in Wrath of Tanarak. And I'm basically against the corner. Like, I'm up against the corner, you know? And I hit an intercept there for spacing and for, obviously, damage and power, but mostly for spacing. I don't want to be in the corner. So now I need to finish this fight out. I need to bait out that special ASAP. I cannot go in that corner, and I need to intercept, and I need to throw a special 2 in his face. And that's the goal. Which we do successfully. So now he's at 11%. I'm feeling decent about this fight. The hardest thing with Sasquatch is a couple things. First off, he has that huge damage mitigation, Wrath of Tanarak. But one of my least favorite things is I can't punish the special 1. And that makes the rotation with She-Hulk a lot harder. Because you can't really keep up their power, and it gets you cornered almost more than his Unstoppable does. Almost more than Mighty Charge does. So here's the final fight. It's a Dragon Man on 53. I am probably the best option for this fight. I would argue maybe Spidey's better, actually. But other than that, She-Hulk's very safe. Should you get a special 3 to the face, you can remove that slow. And on top of that, you know, he's poison immune, so can't eye-bomb it. And here we go. We're in this fight. I just completely forgot about all the free willpower healing he gives, so that was a really, really nice surprise. Dude's also not running Despair like a fool, so I'm getting full healing, and I can just stack these. That's a medium ender, but I just missed the, I guess, identification of that. Recognition of that. Look at this, what a fool. Why would you not run Despair? Anyway, that's a different tangent. I'm a huge Despair fan, but it's fine. So here we go. We elect to block that because, you know, ineptitude. But I realize after punishing, I'm not really sure if I can punish that safely every time because it hits me back. So I'm pretty sure from here on out I don't punish that. Punish the last hit getting blocked, that is. And I just drop a parry. I wasn't even trying to block, I just saw him dash back and decided to block, which is, it's actually what Dorky Diggity Dave calls the yo-yo intercept, or the yo-yo parry. But, I just saw him dash back, so then I blocked because I wanted to, you know, restart, and as I blocked, he dashed in, which is an accidental parry, and that eats my invul. So if it gets to a special 3 now, it's over. Which, speaking of, he pushes up special 2 and then kindly throws. So, just not going good here. I'm not playing as poorly in this fight, but, I mean, just that other fight's still in my head. This is actually the next day. This is this morning, but still, I don't know. Just because of that other fight, I'm just really not. I know I can do this fight. I had done a duel 4. It was really easy, but I'm just not as confident right now because I had Thing locked down twice and I basically died, and I had the dumbest mistakes ever on Sasquatch and just got manhandled. At one point he had 15 hits when I only had 18. Like, that's a huge problem. So just not as confident. I think I'll be better next war, but I just was not feeling good at the beginning. And sometimes when you don't feel good, you play well, and sometimes when you don't feel good, you get absolutely destroyed. And I just was not feeling good about my gameplay, and it turned out that it showed on the screen as well. So far, this fight has been going really smoothly. I've been doing really, really well, and here's where I could have blocked the last hit. No. Or thought of blocking the last hit for the power charge, that actually probably wouldn't have landed. But I chose to just dodge it and take my chances with him throwing it again because I didn't want to get punished for trying to punish. And that's the war. 6 fights, 1,000,000 potions, but no deaths.